Around 2 weeks ago, I started noticing something very weird on my self improvement journey. I did all of my good self improvement habits, right? I did my 5 a.m. wake up routine, I did my meditations, my exercises, I read my books, I studied my history, I did all my alternate history scenarios, I studied manifestation as per usual, I talked to people, I did all of these great habits. But yet, my mind was still in chaos. By time now, I thought that after 2 years of doing meditation, that I would be completely cleansed. But I just brushed it off as life and the universal law of rhythm trying to, deter me from my growth and just testing me in general. Silly universe. This is exactly what it always does. It gets the universal laws to never go in your favor most of the time. And when they do, they reward you hard. So I just thought to myself, okay, I better just power through. This is just a temporary setback. My mind will come back into unison once again. So a week went by, but no change. Another week went by, and I finally realized what was actually holding me back so much. And this was a phenomenon that I wasn't unaware of, but I was making it for my entire life. You see, for all my life, I was always the hardworking kid. Whenever you gave me a strong sense of purpose to work towards something, I would do it 100%. Like the moment that I saw my first self improvement video around, and I'm not talking like, one of the yeah bro type of videos that gets you girls or something like that. No, I'm talking actually real philosophical motivational videos that actually get you to work hard towards something. That was in June of 2023. And ever since that day, I was hooked. I was consuming so many educational videos, not just about life in general, but about self improvement as a whole, which I later transformed into something that was authentic to me, which is now my self mastery journey. But this phenomena, this overworking that I was doing, sure, there was nothing wrong with it. I was studying so much, I was inputting so much information, and I was enriching myself each and every single day. But I noticed something very dangerous a couple of a couple of days ago, actually. And it was that I was not just intaking information from one specific subject at a time. I was inputting information from the whole theory or the whole subject in general. So I think about it. When you learn about something like manifestation, right? You have all of these kinds of different subtopics that you can talk about in there. The universal laws, you know, the relationship between mind and matter, even though it's the same energy, but yeah, you understand you, how to discipline your mind through meditation. Then you have all these other techniques that could work for you because it's actually your emotional conviction that gets them to work. It's not the technique itself, like affirmations, visualizations, I don't know, tarot cards. If you're one of those people, I'm not judging you, I'm just saying it can be also like truly just anything. And then just to give another example, you have self-improvement topics. So like discipline, motivation, productivity, your dopamine baseline, bad habits, all of these things that you can learn fun things about. And I haven't even listed all of them. And there are like tens of different subjects about it. And fun fact, I was even doing this back when I was learning about elemental self-improvement topics like discipline back in the day, back in late 2023. You know, I watched one video about discipline, then I quickly moved on to another about girls that I completely, shifted my entire focus, and then I went into something like productivity. And yeah, I was just intaking so much information from so many different sources that I became the jack of all trades, but master of none. And that's the entire point of this video. Whenever you get into a large subject, whether that would be history, chemistry, math, and I'm using these school subjects so you know that this doesn't just apply to manifestation or self improvement. No, this is something that you can apply to any kind of topic or any kind of subject that you would like to study. And you need to only take one subtopic from those subjects and study that into great details each and every single day. That's right. So like for example, if you're starting on self-improvement right now, then you can do it like this. Don't just, watch like 10 self-improvement videos in the same day about various different subjects. No, your mind will be all over the place and it will actually fuck up your attention span. Yeah, and I say this, even though I've been on self improvement, which I call now my self mastery journey, for 2 years now. I've been meditating every single day, diligently, and still this managed to fuck up my attention span because my focus shifted from so many different subjects, even though, yeah, they were all intertwined because in the end they made me a better person, but I just knew, the surface level information. But when you take your time to actually study them more thoroughly each and every single day, that's where true mastery lies, and you'll be able to surpass 99% of people in that industry, and you will become a true master because they just focus on the surface level topics, but you will dive deep if you actually take the time to research it thoroughly. So, like, for example, if you're gonna be studying focus, don't just watch one Hamza video about it. Don't just watch like one Alex Hormozy video. No, go into more sources about focus. Look at studies about, focus experiments and how, I don't know, they did like some kind of experiment, where they put people in a room and they did X with them and they saw Y results. You understand? And then you also watch podcasts about it, like actual long form educational videos that hold value and not just like 15-minute long, even though there's nothing wrong with them, type of motivational videos that get you pumped up, but they're still kind of edited and you feel like the, the person is kind of inauthentic, like they don't even speak from their heart, which isn't a criticism to those kinds of videos because yeah, the real attention span killers are the 1 minute long videos, shorts and stuff like that. But yeah, my point still stands. You need to pick one sub one subtopic from one of those subjects that you're studying right now, and you need to look at the details of it. You need to study it one day at maximum. This is what I call the one chapter technique. So, like for example, if you're reading a book right now and you have like a 1.5 long hour window that you take each and every single day to read that book, for example. And in those 1.5 hours, you read like 5 chapters or like 7 chapters. Then, of course, your focus is gonna get diluted so fucking hard. So, just please, you're gonna actually get so much more value from the book if you just take all of that focus and you use that time to reread 1 or 2 chapters maximum, 2 chapters maximum in that 1.5 hour long period, like 3 times. You're gonna get so much more value and you're gonna feel so much more satisfied with yourself because you're gonna notice so many smaller details that you would otherwise not notice at all. And that's crazy because the moment that I did this, I actually found so many valuable life lessons from the book that I was reading at that current time and with the course that I was watching around that time. So many doors just open up to you if you just take the time and appreciate the details. Life isn't always about starting new big things. It is also about appreciating the details also. And you must learn how to find those details. And you do that by actually stopping and not diluting your attention every single day like a little dopamine rat. Okay? This is not like the education system where we make you study, like 7 different subjects in one day for 7 hours, even though, yeah, it's evenly distributed. But when it comes to history, when it comes to any kind of topic, always just pick one era of history. Just pick one area of math. Just pick one chapter of a book and make sure to study it thoroughly once per day. But don't stick with this chapter for more than a day because imagine this. Imagine if I just made you eat bread with butter and with ham, for example, every single day for dinner, lunch, and breakfast for like a week straight, you would crash out, not even by the end of day two, right? So you need to only stick with this for like a day. Otherwise, you'll go insane. Okay? So yeah, appreciate the details because if you just intake so much information from so many different sources and you spread your forces so thin, like your focus and stuff like that, it's not only gonna fuck up your attention span, but it's gonna cloud your memory and your mind so much because yeah, your brain will literally go into overdrive, and plus you'll get so much less value from it. But if you just take your time and appreciate the details, and you read the chapter like 3 times, or you rewatch that video 3 times, you're gonna finally understand the things that you didn't understand in your first watch through of that video, in your first read of that book. You literally see it for yourself. A whole another world will open up for you, okay? So don't rush anything. Always prepare for it. Always take your time to study it thoroughly, okay? There's no rush. There's no rush. There's no one who will truly is holding you accountable, and there's no one who is pushing you towards something. So that means that you have all the time in the world, okay? So yeah, that's about it. This this is how overworking can sometimes ruin your attention span. When you focus on like 10 different subjects in a day, that's where it will ruin your attention span. It will absolutely cloud and slow down your mind. And this is how you prevent it. Just focusing on one chapter every single day for one day, and then you move on to the next chapter, to the next video, to the next podcast, to the next, you know, module inside of the course. If the module is like way too long, you understand. I will let you determine that for yourself. This is the game. And by the way, if you want to speedrun your journey on self improvement, in manifestation, and in all of these great areas of life that can build you into the best possible version of yourself that you can become in this life, and get 24 unbreakable mindsets on your side that will guarantee success in any kind of life situation with any kind of goal, then I highly suggest that you should go check out Timeless Readers Mindsets in the description. It is truly something life changing, and it only costs $49 now. $49 for priceless life lessons that I could be charging thousands for, and yet I don't do it. So go lock in the price right now, because once the value skyrockets, yeah, there's no going back. And yeah, thank you very much for watching this video, and remember, no one is better at being you.